Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. Got some New York Yankees baseball, and you got the second game of a doubleheader on September 19th, 1961. And let's take a look at the visiting New York Yankees starting lineup here for game number 2 of this doubleheader. We got leading off playing second base, Bobby Richardson. Batting second playing shortstops, Tony Kubek. Batting third playing center field is Roger Maris. Batting fourth playing left field is Yogi Berra. Batting fifth playing first base is Bill Skowron. Batting sixth playing right field is Johnny Blanchard. Batting seventh doing the catching is Elston Howard. Batting eighth playing third base is Clint Boyer. Batting ninth on the mound for the New York Yankees is Bud Daly. Let's take a look here at the hometown Baltimore Orioles starting lineup. We got leading off playing third base, Brooks Robinson. Batting second, playing second, Jerry Adar. Batting third, playing center field, Jackie Brandt. Batting fourth, playing first base is Jim Gentile. Batting fifth, doing the catching is Gus Durandis. Batting sixth, playing right field is Earl Robinson. Batting seventh, playing left field is Dick Williams. Batting eighth, playing shortstop is Ron Hansen. And batting ninth on the mound for the Baltimore Orioles is Hal Brown. Let's get down to Memorial Stadium here and get this game started. MD and Aaron Reed's in the house, folks. Check out Aaron Reed's great channel. And like I say, on the mound for the Baltimore Orioles is Hal Brown. He's making his 22nd start of the year. He's got a 2.81 ERA. He's 12-8 on the season with 4 complete games. First batter he'll be facing here in game number 2, is Bobby Richardson, batting .254 with 3 home runs, 61 RBIs. Yeah, night game, exactly. Tim D, I like that sky. It's pretty sky. And that's going to be a fly ball into center field, and Jackie just robbed Bobby Richardson of a base hit. So that'll be 1 out. Brings up Tony Kubek. I think I'm going to end up doing, of course, the World Series. I think I'm going to end up doing the 78 season, Aaron, is what I'm going to do. I think I've decided to do the 1978 season. And here comes Tony Kubek up to bat. He's batting .280. He's got 7 home runs, 60 RBIs on the year. And that's going to be a base hit. He turns on that one, hits that ball in the right field. And Earl Robinson gets over there quickly. And with Roger Maris due up next, Tony's not going to get thrown out at second. So Kubek on at first with a single brings up Roger Maris, hitting .272 on the year, 71 home runs, 143 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Roger. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. And the human vacuum cleaner swallows that up. Could have been a base hit in the left field. Kubek will get down the second, though, with 2 outs now. And we got Yogi Berra batting .301, 26 home runs, 70 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Yogi. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And that'll end the inning. And the Yankees leave Kubek down at second. We go to the bottom of the first. Yankees, nothing. Brooks, Adar, and Jackie due up here for the Orioles. They're going up against Bud Daly today. This is Bud Daly's 16th start for the Yankees. He's got a 3.99 ERA. He's 8-3 on the year. He's got 1 complete game. Like I say, the first batter he'll be facing is Brooks Robinson. Yes, like I say, we got to do that. We got to get Beatles. Beatles might have lost that, so we might just be able to do it on the channel here. So, Aaron, because I think Beatles lost a lot of that stuff on OOTP. So we'll have to check and see if he still got it. And here comes Brooksy up. Pitch to Brooks, and that's going to be a ground ball down to Bobby Richardson. He's got it. That'll be out number 1. And here comes Jerry Adar up now. And Jerry's batting a 241 on the year. He's got 8 home runs, 32 RBIs. Here's the pitch from Daly. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Johnny Blanchard, who's patrolling right field today with Mickey Mantle not in the lineup. And that'll be 2 outs. That brings up Jackie. Jackie is batting 284 on the year. He's got 15 home runs, 79 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball down the left field line. Boyer goes out and makes a nice catch out there in fair territory and robs Jackie of a base hit. Oh, exactly. Yeah, I think it'd be fun, Aaron. I agree. Like I said, we'll check with Beatles, see if he still has that game. If not, like I say, we can do it here on this channel. So we go to the top of the second. We got Scourin, Blanchard, and Howard due up here. And then the Moose is batting 273. He's got 39 home runs on the year, 137 RBIs. Here's the pitch to the Moose. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. That's Brown's first strikeout of the game. And that'll bring up Johnny Blanchard. Blanchard's batting 268, 24 home runs, 56 RBIs. Here's Johnny. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. That'll be out number 2. So it's up to Elston Howard here to get something going here in the top of the second. Howard's having a great year, batting 346, 17 home runs, 80 RBIs. And that's going to be a base hit. He goes the other way with that one, drives that ball in the right field. He's got a 2-out single. Brings up Boyer now. And Boyer do something with Howard down at first with 2 outs. Boyer's batting 224. He's got 12 home runs on the year, 55 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. So Brown strikes out the first and last batter here in the second. In between, Howard gets a single, but they leave him down at first. We go to the bottom of the second. Still a no-score ball game. You got Jim Gentile, Gus Tarandis, and Earl Robinson due up here. Jim batting 314. He's got 57 home runs. He's on pace to get 60. He's got 140 RBIs on the year. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second base. Bobby's gobbles it up, fires over the Moose for out number 1. Here comes Gus. And Gus is batting 230, 15 home runs, 58 RBIs. And that's going to be popped up straight up the chute. And Howard takes off the mask, makes the catch. And that'll be 2 up and 2 down. That brings up Earl Robinson. Earl's batting 233, 4 home runs, 30 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. That's Bud Daly's first walk of the game. With 2 outs here in the second. Brings up Dick Williams. And Dick's batting a .173, 8 home runs, 27 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Roger, who's playing center field today. He makes the catch. And the Orioles strand 1. We get to the top of the third. We got Daly, and then back to the top of the order, and Richardson and Quebec. And Bud's only batting .062 on the year. He's 2 for 32. Does have 2 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Bud. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Brooks has got it. Fires over the Gentile for out number 1. Back to the top of the order we go. And Bobby's 0 for 1. He flew out the center. Jackie made a nice catch, robbed him of a hit. And that's going to be an easy ground ball down the short. 2 up and 2 down here. It's up to Quebec to keep this inning alive. Tony singled his first time up. Can he do it again here and get on base? And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. The Yankees go down in order. We go to the bottom of the third. Hanson, Brown, and Robinson due up. Ron's batting .243, 9 home runs, 59 RBI. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. But DALEY's first strikeout of the game. That brings up Hal Brown. He's batting a .143, and he's got 3 RBIs on the year. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Boyer. Fires across the diamond for out number 2. And back up to the top of the order, and Brooks Robinson, who grounded out the second his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball in the left center. Boyer goes out and makes the catch on the grass. And that'll be a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the top of the 4th, still no score. You got Maris, Barra, and Scourin due up. Roger grounded out to Brooks. Brooks made a nice play and robbed Roger of a base hit. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field. Jackie can't get to that one. So Roger's aboard here with the single. Brings up Mr. Yogi Berra. Yogi, he grounded out the second his first time up. And that ball is well hit. Yogi gets a hold of this one, folks. And that ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is going. Dick Williams looks up, watches that one leave the park, and the Yankees lead this game 2-0. Still nobody out now. Scouring up the bat. And Lou struck out his first time up. He get aboard here. Keep this rally going. And that is going to be a base hit in the center field. And all of a sudden, Brown is having trouble in this 4th inning. Hasn't gotten a soul out yet. Here's Johnny Blanchard now with a runner down at first. And he flew out his first time up. And that ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is gone. Again, another home run in the left field. These lefties are going the other way with it and driving it out of the park, and it's 4-0, and still nobody out. Go out and talk to Brown. We're going to get some bullpen action up. And that'll bring up Howard. He singled his first time up. Can he get on a board again here, folks? And that's going to be a base on balls. Hal Brown is struggling, folks. That'll bring up Boyer with a runner on first and nobody out. Boyer struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball in the left field. That'll be out number 1. And that'll bring up Bud Daly. We'll try to lay down a bunt here and get Howard in the scoring position. Here's the pitch to Daly. And he lays down a nice bunt. It's down the third baseline. Brooks makes a nice play, but it's the only play he's going to have is over the first for out number 2. So now you got Howard down at second with 2 outs and Bobby Richardson up. Bobby's 0 for 2. He's flown out and grounded out. And that's going to be another ground ball. This one down the second. And that'll end the inning. But the Yankees score 4 on 2 home runs. 1 by Yogi and 1 by Blanchard. Lead this game 4-0. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Adar, Brandt, and Gentile due up here. Jerry, he flew out the right field his first time up. Here's the pitch to him. That's going to be a ground ball down the third. 1 out. Hey, Ken. So we got 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th for Jackie Brandt. Jackie popped up the third his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. 2 up and 2 down. And Jim Gentile's up now. And this is what the Yankees want to see, Jim up with nobody on. He grounded out the second his first time up. And that's going to be a base on balls with a 4-run lead. I don't know about doing that, but I don't blame Bud. Jim's having a hell of a year. Brings up Gus. He popped up to the catcher's first time up. And that's going to be a lazy fly ball out to Roger in center. That'll end the inning. We go to the top of the fifth. Yankees with a 4-run lead. We got Quebec, Maris, and Bear up. Tony singled and struck out. And that's going to be a ground ball. No, that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. And Jackie lets that ball play him. That's going to be an E8. And Quebec's aboard on an error. Oriole fans ain't happy about that, letting somebody get aboard ahead of Roger. Roger's 1 for 2. Singled and came around to score. And that's going to be a pop-up in the infield. And Hansen's going to make the catch near the mound for out number 1. Here comes Yogi. He homered his last time up, hit a 2-run shot. Can he do it again? Quebec down at first. Here's the pitch to Yogi. And that's going to be a 2 balls and no strikes on Yogi. And he walks the hard way in Apba. 2 dice rolls to get Yogi to walk, but he trots on down the first. Quebec down the second for the Moose. So runners on first and second and 1 out. Orioles looking for a ground ball. Can the Moose come up with a key base hit here and make it a 5-0 game? And that's going to be another 2 ball no strike count on Scourin this time. Can he take advantage of it? And yes, he can, folks. That's going to be a single in the left field. That's going to score Quebec from second. And Bear is going to head on down the third. Head on down the line. So now we got first and third. And Johnny Blanchard's up. And that's going to be it for Brown. We're going to bring in a lefty here to face Blanchard. Well, no, they're not, because they don't got a lefty in the bullpen. So let's see who they are going to bring in. Yeah, no lefty in the bullpen at all. Let's see here. We used almost everybody in that game 1. That's the problem. I think Dick Hall's going to come out here and pitch. He didn't pitch in the first game. So Dick Hall is going to come out of the bullpen and pitch to Johnny Blanchard with 1 out, runners on first and third. And with Blanchard's speed and Scourin speed, Orioles are going to play back for the double play. And we didn't score the 5th run. We got to go back and redo that. That's probably going to make me go back and have to put Hal back in the game. That's all right. So the single supposed to score Quebec. And then we got to bring in Hall again, since he did that. Sorry about that, guys. So now we're bringing Dick Hall. This is Hall's 40th game. He's got a 2.41 ERA. He's got a 10-4 record. And he has 4 saves on the year. Here's the pitch to Johnny. He's homered in this game and flew out the center. And that's going to be popped up in the infield. Who's going to call for it? Hanson down the short's going to call for it. And that'll be 2 outs now. So it's up to Howard here to score some more runs for the Yankees. Howard's got a perfect game going. He's 1 for 1 with a walk. And that's going to be popped up in the foul territory. And Gus makes the play behind home plate. And that'll end the inning. But the Yankees score 1, make it a 5-0 ball game. We got Robinson, Williams, and Hanson due up here in the 5th. Earl walked his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 down here. That brings up Dick Williams. And Williams, he flew out the center's first time up. That's going to be a ground ball down to Bobby Richardson for 2 outs. So it's up to Ron Hanson to keep this inning alive for the Orioles. He struck out his first time up. And another swing and a miss, strike 3. So the Orioles go down in order 1, 2, 3. We go to the 6th inning. You got Boyer, Daley, and Richardson due up here. Boyer's 0 for 2, struck out and flew out the left. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. And Jackie robs Boyer of a hit. Nice play by him out there in center. 1 down. That brings up Bud Daley. He's 0 for 1, had a sacrifice bunt his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. And that's going to be bobbled by Gentile. And that's going to be an E3. And Daley's going to be safe. That's the 2nd error in the ball game for the Orioles. Now Bobby Richardson up. No. 1 out and 1 on. And Bobby's 0 for 3. Grounded out twice and flew out. And that's going to be popped up near the screen. Gus has got it for out number 2. Now we got Tony Q back up. And Tony is 1 for 3 today. Came around the score, struck out and reached on there. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Earl in right field. And that'll end it. Bud Daley gets stranded at first. The error didn't hurt him. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Let's see who they're going to pitch hit here for Howell. Let's see here. Whitey Herzog's going to come off the bench here and pitch hit. And Whitey's batting .268 on the year with 3 home runs, 27 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Yogi and left. That'll be out number 1 to start this 6th inning. Back to the top of the order we go, and Brooks Robinson. And Brooks is 0 for 2, grounded out and popped up. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field. And that's the Orioles' first base hit of this ball game, folks. Brooks Robinson breaks up the no-hitter in the 6th inning. So here comes Jerry up now. He's 0 for 2. He's flown out and grounded out to 3rd. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Blanchard in right field. Now we got 2 down for Jackie. Let's see what Jackie can do with a runner on. He's 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. He'll go the long way over to first. And that'll end the inning. But the Orioles at least get a hit. But they strand 1. We go to the top of the 7th. Still 5-0 New York. See who's going to come out here and pitch for the Orioles here. How many batters did Strzok face in the first game? He pitched to 5 batters. Jim will come in here. He pitched to 4 batters. So Jim will come in here and pitch the 7th inning. This is his 5th game. Doesn't have an earned run yet, and he's 1-0. He'll be facing Maris, Barra, and Scowen here in the 7th. Here's the pitch to Roger. He's 1 for 3 today. That's going to be a ground ball down the first. Jim takes it himself, steps on the bag for out number 1. That brings up Yogi. Yogi's homered in this game. He's 1 for 2 with a walk and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field. And Yogi came through with a 1-out single. And that'll bring up the Moose. Scowen is 2 for 3. He's got an RBI and came around the score. And that's going to be an infield hit. Moose puts on the Jets, believe it or not. Beats out that ground ball. Now we got 1 out, runners on first and second for Johnny Blanchard. Johnny come through here. He's got a home run on this game too, a 2-run shot. He's flown out the center and popped up the short. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. The only play's going to be over to second. They get 1, but can't turn the double play. So now it's going to be first and third for Mr. Howard. Elston's 1 for 2 today with a walk. And he popped up to the catcher's other time up. And that ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is going a 3-run homer by Elston Howard. He drives that into the left field seats, folks. And it is now 8-0 New York. That brings up Boyer now with nobody on and 2 outs. Boyer's 0 for 3, flown out the left center and struck out. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. That'll end the inning. But the Yankees score 3 on the 3-run homer by Howard. We go to the 7th inning stretch. He's smarter than the average ball player. That's right. Smarter than the average, Yogi. We got Gentile, Gus Tremendous, and Earl Robinson due up here against Bud Daly. Jim's 0 for 1. He walked his last time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. 4 strikeout for Daly. Here comes Gus. And Gus is 0 for 2. He's popped up and flown out the center. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And Bud Daly's starting a deal. Back-to-back strikeouts here in the 7th, folks. And here comes Earl. He's 0 for 1. He struck out and walked. And that's going to be another base on balls. So nobody's put the ball in play yet here in the 7th. 2 strikeouts and a walk. Here's Dick Williams. He's 0 for 2. Flown out and grounded out. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field. Only the 2nd hit for the Orioles. And Earl is going to motor on down the 3rd. So 1st and 3rd. And 2 outs here. Can Daly keep this shutout going now, folks? Ron Hansen up. What just happened there? Undo. Base hit in the center field, and the runner should be down at third. First and third, 2 outs for Hanson. There we go. Hanson struck out twice. Can Daley get the strike out the side and strike out Hanson and get the hat trick on him? And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. So Daley strikes out the side in between 2 hits. And that ends the 7th inning. It's still 8-0 New York. We got Daley due up here in the 8th, followed by Richardson and Quebec. Bud is 0 for 2. He has a sacrifice bunt, and he has reached on an error. And that's going to be a base on balls. So Bud Daley trots on down the first. Jim's due to lead off the bottom of the 8th. They like to see him get through this inning. Here's the pitch to Bobby. He's 0 for 4. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. No, it's not. Sorry, looked at the wrong thing. That's going to be a wild pitch. But Daley's going to end up down at second. Now there's 1 ball, no strikes on Bobby Richardson. The runner down at second. And that's going to be a line pop-up, not a line drive, a pop-up down the short. Hanson's got it for out number 1. Daley goes back to second for Tony Quebec. Quebec drive him in. He's 1 for 4 today. And that's going to be a fly ball out to left field. Daley will stay put. Now there's 2 outs with a runner on second for Roger Maris. Can Roger get a home run? Everybody else is homered in this game for the Yanks. Can Roger do it? And no, he can't, but that's going to be a base hit in the center field. And Bud Daley's going to truck around third. Here's the throw from Jackie. And Gus applies the tag, and Bud's out of there, folks. Nice play by Jackie. Saves a run. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's still 8-0 New York. We'll have a pitch hitter, and then we'll have Robinson and Jerry due up here. Let's see who's going to pitch hit here. I think Dave Feely's going to come out and pitch hit, the switch hitter here. Hey, how's it going, Mike? Oh, yeah, it was a nice Christmas. I hope you had a good one too, bud. So Dave's batting .278 on the year, no home runs, 15 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Dave. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. And that ball is driven into the gap in right field for a leadoff double. And Orioles making some noise here to start this 8th, not giving up yet. So runner down at second and no outs. Go back to the top of the order and Brooks Robinson. And Brooks has one of the 3 hits today, singled his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball. No, it's not. That's going to be a swing and a miss. That is strikeout number 7. Daley. It's 4 strikeout in a row, folks. Here comes Jerry. Can he get number 5 here? He's 0 for 3. Flown out the right twice and grounded out the third. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field. That's going to score Dave, break up the shutout. It's now 8-1. That'll bring up Jackie here with a runner down at first and 1 out. He's 0 for 3, grounded out twice and popped up. And that's going to be hit down the third. Can they turn the double play and go around the horn? Boyer up with it, fires over to second. And Bobby over to first, but not in time. Jackie beats it out. They do get the lead runner, though. That brings up Jim. He's 0 for 2. He's walked, struck out, and grounded out. And that ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is gone, folks. Home run number 58 for Jim. And that makes it a 8-3 ball game. That is RBI's number 41 and 42 for Jim. That brings up Gus now. He's 0 for 3 today. And he gets a hold of this, drives that into the gap in right field. And all of a sudden, Daley's having some trouble here trying to get out of this 8th inning. The 5-run game brings up Earl Robinson. Earl's 0 for 1. He's walked twice and struck out. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field. That's going to drive a run in. Gus going to score. And I think that's going to be it for Daley. So now you got Earl down at first. And who's going to come in here? You got Barra, Scowen, and Blanchard due up. I think they're going to bring in Luis, get him some work here. It's been a little while since he's pitched, if I remember right. Let's look. Pitching a shutout and is giving up 4 runs here. Yeah, it's been 2 days since he's pitched, so he's going to come in here, try to get the last out here in the 8th and pitch into the 9th. And all of a sudden, the Orioles have made this game a little more interesting. You got Dick Williams up. He's 1 for 3. He's flown out the center, grounded out, and singled his last time up. And that's going to be a lazy fly ball out to Yogi and left. That'll win the inning. We go to the top of the 9th, but the Orioles cut this lead in half and make it 8-4. We're going to have Yogi, Scowen, and Blanchard due up here in the 9th. See who the Orioles are going to bring out here to pitch. And I think it's going to be Wes Strock's going to come out here and pitch. And I think they're going to do a double switch here. Yeah, let's do a double switch. Cancel that. Snyder's going to come out. He'll bat in the 9th spot. Williams will come out of the game. Strock will bat in Williams' spot. So Strock will bat in the 7 hole. And like I say, Snyder will bat in the 9th spot and play left field. Strock would have been due up 2nd in the inning. And like I say, Strock will be facing Barra, Gowan, and Blanchard. They've all 3 hit home runs today. Yogi's 2 for 3 with a homer, and he's walked. Here's the pitch to Yogi, and that's going to be a ground ball down the Jim at first for out number 1. That brings up the Moose. Can the Moose do something here with 1 out? He's 3 for 4 today. And that's going to be a lazy fly ball out to center field. 2 up and 2 down. So it's up to Johnny. Can Johnny do something with 2 outs? 1 for 4 with that 2-run homer. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Hanson throws that one in the dirt. That's going to be an E6. Blanchard safe at first. That brings up Elston Howard now. Howard homered his last time up. He's 2 for 3 today. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound, I believe. Yep, back to the mound. Strock. Now that's going to be a strikeout. He's got a Y. So he strikes out Howard. So the Yankees leave 1 on. We go to the bottom of the 9th. We got Hanson, Snyder, and then back to the top of the order in Brooks. Ron's 0 for 3. This is, I forgot to say, this is Luis's 57th game. He's got a 2.30 ERA. He's 4 and 4. And I don't believe this was a save opportunity when he came in. But if it is, it'll be his 41st save if he gets it. Here's the pitch to Ron. And that ball is hit well. Hanson gets a hold of this pitch off of Luis. He drives that into the gap in right field. And the Orioles start off the bottom of the 9th with a double. That'll bring up Snyder for the first time in the game after coming in with the double switch. Russ is batting .310, 3 home runs, 17 RBIs. And that's going to be a single in the right field. And that's going to score Ron. And all of a sudden, folks, it's a 3-run ball game. And still nobody out here in the 9th. Back to the top of the order we go. And Brooks Robinson, he's 1 for 4. He's grounded out, popped up, struck out, and singled. And that's going to be a base on balls. All of a sudden, this bullpen's making this game interesting, folks. The tying run is now at the plate. Can Luis get a double play here? That's what he's looking for. A ground ball. Here's the pitch to Jerry. Hey, how's it going, Big Clue? Yeah, happy Boxing Day's right. Yeah. Hopefully, MV, I would like to do a cricket game with MV on Boxing Day. Here's the pitch to Jerry. And that's going to be a fly ball out to right field. And will that be deep enough to get Snyder over to third? Yes, it will. Snyder, he'll advance down to third. So now we got runners on first and third and 1 out. And that brings up Jackie. Yankees would definitely like to get a ground ball double play here to keep Jim for even getting up. Jackie's 0 for 4. He's popped up, grounded out to second short, and reached on a fielder's choice. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. So much for the ground ball. And that ball is hit well. That ball is driven into the center field over Rogers' head. And that's going to clear the bases, folks. And all of a sudden, it's a 1-run game. And you got Jackie down at second with only 1 out. And we're not pitching to Jim. He just homered his last time up. Even though he's a lefty, we're going to intentionally walk him. That'll set up the double play. That'll bring up Gus. So the tying run down at second. And Gus is up now. Jackie at second. Jim at first. Gus is 1 for 4. He doubled his last time up. Can Luis get a double play ground ball and end this game, folks? Here's the pitch. The Yankees were up at one time 8-0. And that is popped up in the foul territory down the left field line. And Boyer makes the catch for out number 2. So it's up to Earl Robinson to come through here for the Orioles. Earl's 1 for 2. He's walked twice. Does have an RBI. And that's going to be a base on balls. That loads the bases. Know where to put the next one at. And here comes a pitch hitter for Wes Strock. See who's going to come off the bench here. Looks like Marv Breeden's going to come off the bench. Can he come out with a 2-out base hit that will probably win the game? Marv's batting a even 200, 3 home runs, 16 RBIs. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Bobby Richardson's up with it. He'll take the short way over to second and end this ball game. But the bullpen made it interesting, that's for sure. And the Yankees win this game 8-7 after leading 8-0. Let's take a look here at the box score of this ball game. A shutout through 7 innings becomes an 8-7 ball game. Hey, Hunter. Yeah, that was more than scary. I figured he was going to blow that game, Tim. Thought he was going to blow that one. The Yankees, 8 runs on 11 hits and no errors. The Orioles, 7 runs on 10 hits and 3 errors. You had Yogi, Scour, Blanchard, and Howard all hitting home runs to 4, 5, 6, and 7 hitters coming through. The Yankees were 3 for 7 with runners on scoring position, left 8 men on. You had Scour going 3 for 5, Maris 2 for 5, Yogi 2 for 4. Then the Orioles hadn't had a hit until the 6th inning and scored 7 runs in 8th and 9th. Earl Robinson with 1 RBI. Gentile with that big home run with 2 RBIs. And the Orioles were 4 for 7 with runners in scoring possession. They left 9 men on base. Bud Daley gets the win. He's 9-3 now. Pitches 7 2/3, gives up 7 hits, 4 runs, walked 3, struck out 7, and gave up a home run. Luis didn't get a save, didn't deserve it even if he was eligible, with 1 1/3 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs, walked 3. Like I say, sure wasn't a masterpiece, but he gets the job done. Brown drops to 12-9 on the year, only goes 4 1/3, gives up 7 hits, 5 runs, 4 of them earned, walked 2, struck out 3, and gave up 2 home runs. Hall comes in, pitches an inning and a 2/3, does a good job. And then Jim Liu, he comes in and gets racked. 2 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, walked 1, and gave up a home run. Strock comes in, shuts them down in the top of the 9th. He gave them a chance. They just came up 1 run short. Big clue. Yeah, they held on. They held on, Big Clue. Let's do some fast play here in the American League. You got the Red Sox traveling to the Windy City to take on the White Sox. Battle of the Sox. What color is going to win? And the White Sox win a blowout here. Let's see this. The Red Sox left 15 runners on base with only 8 hits. We'll have to look at the box score here. How many walks were there? Leave 15 on and only have 8 hits. They walked 9 Red Sox. Red Sox 1 run on 8 hits and no errors. The White Sox 8 runs on 16 hits and no errors. Next game in the American League is the A's traveling to Cleveland to take on the Tribe. And the Indians win a close one. The A's 3 runs on 9 hits and an error. And the Indians 4 runs, 9 hits and an error. And that's game 1 of a doubleheader. Now you got game number 2. Let's see what happens here. Can the A's get a split, or the Tribe going to sweep them? And the A's do get the split. They win 4 runs on 9 hits and no errors. That Tribe 1 run on 6 hits and an error. Then you got the Angels traveling to Detroit to take on the Tigers. And the Angels beat the Tigers on 6 runs, 8 hits, and an error. The Tigers 3 runs on 8 hits and 3 errors. Then the last game in the American League on the 19th is the Twins traveling to D.C. to take on the Senators. Oh, it is Big Clue. It is. Was a heck of a lineup, and Mick wasn't even in it. Like I say, you had Yogi, Blanchard, Scourin, and Howard all hitting home runs. Mick and Roger didn't have a factor, and Mick didn't even play. And the Senators win, avoiding that 100th loss. The Twins 3 runs on 8 hits and no errors, and the Senators 5 runs on 12 hits and no errors. Take a look here at the standings and the leaders after September 19th in the American League. And the Yankees got a 15-game lead and have won the American League pennant over both the Tigers and the Orioles. They're both tied 15 games back. The White Sox are 19 games back. The Twins 26 and a half. The Angels 39. The Red Sox 43. The Indians 49. The Senators 55 and a half. And the A's 58. Elston Howard still leading the American League with a 348 batting average. Roger with his 71 home runs. Jim picked up the home run number 58 against the Yankees. And Roger's got a 1 RBI lead over Jim. 143 RBIs. Jim's got 142. Cash 141. Mick 140. Rocky and Scourin with 138. That's a hell of a race for the RBI. Jim Burton still leading the American League and the majors with a 2.24 ERA. Whitey's leading the American League and the majors with 23 wins on the year. Luis with his 40 saves, leading the American League and the majors, even though he had a rough outing today. Roger with the MVP lead, and Whitey with the Cy Young lead. I want to thank Tim D, Big Clue, Hunter. Check out Hunter's channel. He's been doing some Fortnite and all on his channel. Mike, check out his channel and check out the Discord. Mike's on there a lot. Aaron Reed. Aaron, what project are you going to do next now that your 90 World Series is over? Ken Castro was in the house. I believe that was everybody. Let's see what Aaron's still here, what project he's going to do next. He just got done the 1990 World Series. Go over and check that out. He used Baseball for Windows for that. And the next game here will be the Giants and the Braves battling for the National League pennant. See what the pitching matchup looks like here. And you got Spahn going for the Braves against Sanford. Should be a good pitching matchup. I think the Giants have got to win these last 2 games out in San Francisco. They're, what, 7.5 games back? They got to cut it down to 5, I would think. Yeah, it was, Tim D. I agree. Damn, Big Clue. Easy on poor Ken. Yeah, 8.5 game lead on the Giants. So, yeah, they need to win these last 2 games, get it down to 6. Let's take a look at the schedule here for the Giants and the Braves here. Braves have got the Cubbies and the Cardinals, I think, coming up. The Giants have gotten the Reds and somebody else I can't remember. And then, like I say, the last 3 games of the year is the Giants and the Braves. The Giants has got to put a dent into this. Cubbies and the Cardinals, like I say, going up against the Braves before that Giants series. Let's see who I know the Giants have the Cincinnati Reds for 3 games. I'm not sure who the other team is they play. So they got the Reds, the Phillies for a game, and the Pirates for 2. So if they do well against the Reds, they should sweep the Phillies and the Pirates. Should. So the Pirates and the Phillies could play spoilers. So they got to at least take 2 out of 3 against the Reds, I would think. And they got to hope that the Cubbies and the Cardinals can do some damage against the Braves. Let's see what the magic number for the Braves is now. Heck, I didn't know that. The magic numbers too. So if they have to sweep the Braves. Yeah, if they lose one more game to the Braves, the pennant is over. Hey, Beatles. Oh, Merry Christmas to you. I hope you had a good day, Beatles. Yeah, like to say, the Giants have to sweep the Braves in these last 2 games, or this is over, folks. Magic numbers too. Make sure I did the calculations right here. Yep, the magic numbers too. I didn't think the Braves was going to be able to hold on to win this National League pennant. So maybe we'll do that game later on. What time is it here? That's going on 5 o'clock. You doing anything, Beatles? See if Beatles has got anything planned here. Oh, Legends is doing the game tonight. What time's Legends doing the game tonight, Beatles? Yeah, that's a nice project that Matthews. So Beatles says he's doing football at 9 o'clock. Cool. I didn't know he was doing a game. That's awesome. So maybe we'll do a game here in a little bit with the Giants and the Braves. See if the Braves can win the game and clinch the National League pennant. Alrighty. So until then, folks, you all have a great afternoon. Like I say, I might be back on here in about 15 or 20 minutes with that San Francisco Braves game. See if Warren Spahn can beat the Giants and clinch the National League pennant for the Braves. Until then, you take care.